council resolution saying this segment is this, speed.
Okay.
I would do that.
It's
whole
basically
street
like a no
all the way
parking
through.
resolution that you'd have to pass.
Not just that first housing being.
I guess the more,
Thing, yeah, make it
you likely would have to still put a end 25-mile-an-hour speed limit sign for heading east if you did stop at Sixth. So it might be 3 signs if you just wanna hit that one piece. But those are really cheap prices, compared to when we bid a project out, so.
I mean,
We should get a quote.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I think we
Ask
need
Jason
to,
what they are.
Jeremy,
They
if,
probably
what do
have
you
gone
think,
up
if
since
you,
last
if you
time.
put a sign up that says 25 miles an hour, do most people go under 25 now? And would that give them permission to go over what they're normally going now, you think, or? Yeah,
Specifically when we're sitting there, most of the people are under the speed limit anyway.
mhm,
When we're not, it's hard to say.
yeah.
Did,
See us, they're under the speed limit already.
did we get that speed?
Oh, we did, yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
yeah, and I saw it today in my email, I haven't looked at it yet, so, did you look at it or no, or did you guys?
I don't get to see the data, so I was just wondering what the data is collected.
Yeah.
Because if it turns out the data is saying everybody's majority is under 25 miles an hour.
Well, that same guy that
No.
complained last time,
I'm
he's,
just saying.
Yeah.
he said that as soon as the flashing sign went down, then people started going crazy again.
Yeah.
so-
see, that
And-
sign, I do it all the time. Going through from Wyoming over to 8,
Yeah.
there's a section there that I turn and go through there. They got them there, and as soon as I see that thing flashing, I'm looking at my speedometer immediately. I'm telling you, those work.
Yeah.
And I know the speed limit there, and I still do it every time I see it.
Does it make PD's job more difficult if we had some roads that are 25 and some are 30? Is that really anything that would make it a little more difficult? You pick it up pretty fast. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. We've already got Blossom that's at 25, so.
Okay.
And I guess just something to keep in mind, you may want to go by development, especially when you can have the posted signs be at the access points instead of street by street. Like, I'm just looking at Dogwood east of Sixth, and if you just wanted to hit that one block, or, the rest of Dogwood to where it tees into Third, you'd actually have to post as it crosses Fourth and, I'm assuming that's Fifth, because the cars coming onto it, then if they're heading east or west, you'd have to have speed limit signs there because they've now entered this higher speed road. So just to get that, you'd end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speed limit signs to get by the 2 midway roads, whereas if you did the outer limits of that whole neighborhood, you could have one down on South Passage where they're coming into it from Fourth. You could have the one on Dogwood, you could have the one on Birch. You could have the one on Nina and Marion, and now you've covered that whole
Whole
region.
area, yeah, the whole southwest
Not a
side,
bad
right?
idea.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
something to think of, so
Well,
that it's not a whole bunch of internal.
yeah, I
signs.
like that, yeah. So, I mean, I'm okay making all of our city streets 25 as much as we can, and I like, if you can just post like that, then that might be a pretty
Depending how
affordable way
much
to
it
do it.
costs to do it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
depends, and then it depends on each development's gonna be different, cause it'll depend on how many access
Right.
points there are compared to, internal intersections, because, like I said, you could cover a whole swath there between the railroad and Sixth pretty much with only a handful of signs.
Yeah, right.
Whereas to hit those same streets between Whiskey and Sixth, you're gonna have more signs,
Mm-hmm,
just to hit those segments,
yeah.
because of just how you have to sign entering.
Well, do we want to maybe try to bring this back to our council meeting, the first one in May here, and,
Yeah, we can bring it, would you like a draft resolution? of-
yeah, I think, let's maybe, you guys want to put a resolution together?
I
that
want to know how much
says-
it's going to cost first before we end up going, like, if it's
What
going to
is your,
cost.
Jason, what was your estimate? How much do you bid out for signs?
Well, bidding
posts?
amount, they're more like $125 a sign. But Public Works buying the signs and installing themselves is probably half that, would be a ballpark number, but
But then how many signs will we need? It depends
gonna
on how we
be-
do it, I
If we
guess.
did that whole
decide-
development, it's gonna be less than just doing
yeah.
dogwood.
Right, right.
So
If
it's
you
gonna be a lot
wanted to-
cheaper.
Yeah, if you wanted me to just size up how many signs it would be to meet
Yes.
all available streets, I mean, it'd take it could turn out to be a crazy number of signs.
Right,
Um,
that's what I'm worried about.
I'm just saying, put
If you
together
did
the
all
draft
of it,
resolution and then come back with a price,
possible.
so that we can take action at the next council meeting, is all I'm saying. But if we decide that, oh, well, actually, we don't wanna
I mean, if it's a
pass
hundred
that,
grand,
we
I'm
wanna,
not,
yeah, no, I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but I mean, if it's 3,000 or 4,000, I mean, I'd sign on for that. I mean,
Is
that
there-
that is a huge complaint from residents, is people speeding and driving too fast, and, I mean, I think if you lowered
Uh-huh.
everything to 25, that would accomplish a lot of,
is there a, when developments come in, like a housing development, who's responsible for putting up the street signs?
We have
Is it
that
the s-
cost on the development cost when they come to build.
So we could require the developers to do the 25-mile-per-hour signs on each, okay.
Yeah,
Just
we
thinking-
still, when we review their plans, we make them design to 30, like we would be required if we wanted to take it over as a state aid route.
Sure.
So vertical curves, horizontal curves, that kind of thing. But it's that same differentiation. If you chose to do that every time, you'd have to, just pass a resolution every time
Got it.
that those new roads are gonna be 25, and then get it designated that way.
okay.
And it really, I mean,
Is that good enough for direction and stuff, you think, and,
Yes, I got it.
yeah, okay.
There's always a way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that'd be huge. Okay, so the last thing on old business, I just wanted to mention real quick, I did put a call in to Commissioner Duff, and I'm hoping to meet with him and the county auditor here to discuss the voting process changes we were looking to try to make, so I think.
Would love to hear that.
Yeah,
Josh,
like we,
yeah.
like we talked about before, I think that is gonna have to be something that's done at the county level, and maybe either grants us that permission, or, and I don't even know if they really technically can do it at the county level, according to the auditor, I don't know that, so, we'll have to see. I looked back through my stuff there and kind of, I had a recap email that I had ready, but we're kind of running short on time, so I'll just leave it with that for now, or go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna add, before you maybe motion to adjourn, did you wanna discuss the?
Oh,
election judgment?
yes,
We
so
did
there's
pull
that,
some
and then I did
numbers.
have a request from one of the folks that we've had doing election judging for years, yeah, long time. Their pay scale, do you guys, right now, they're at 14.50?
14 for judge and $15 per hour for head judge, which takes on more duties. We were able to pull some comparables. We're seeing anything between 14, well, 12 would be the lowest. I guess there's a few cities that have $12 per hour. And then it looks like pretty unanimously for the small data, I think we have about 12 different cities here. They do pay more for a head judge. That is going as high as 18 would be the highest in Elk River. They are a standalone. Other cities are more around 16 for head judges. But anywhere from, if I was to take maybe an average, you're looking somewhere in that $14, $15 an hour. If you want me to list them off real quick, I could, but.
Well, so we're within the average, huh?
Yeah, there's a
didn't-
few, I mean, Elk River, Lino Lakes, Rogers, Becker, Otsego. They go up a little bit higher than us, but the rest we're in line.
Like, how much higher are those?
Elk River goes up to 18 for a head judge. Lino Lakes, 16. Rogers, 16. Becker, 16. Otsego, head judge is 17.
And then how about, like, just the regular judges?
Regular, they're 14, 12 in Lino. Elk River was 14, Lino was 12. Rogers, they just had the one for 16, as well as Becker, 16. Otsego, regular is 15.
I don't know.
Do we have a problem getting people to do that?
We have had to utilize staff in the years past because we have had problems with getting election judges.
I always thought it was just volunteer. I never knew you got paid for it.
Yep. And we do let them, they can do all day.
When you're doing
or
it
they
as a
can take
staff, do you
shift.
get to double dip?
No, that's not permitted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect. Saves
So
us
it
money.
would be great to make sure we do have enough, but sometimes we have a constraint on the county if they're training new judges, because the training comes from them. So if they're not training new judges, then we're looking for the repeat judges to come back, but.
I think that might be more of an information piece than a pay
If
piece.
I might add, we have to keep party balance too, which is our biggest problem.
Party balance?
We have to have equal party balance in each precinct.
Oh, that
That is where I struggle.
would be the struggle here. Well, I don't
More
think,
the merrier, because then we can have people take breaks and.
but I don't think how much it matters, or I don't think it matters how much you pay for the one side, so. I mean, we could up it to $30, $40 an hour and they still might not come.
Yeah, no, but I'm just, she asked, so I wanted to bring it
Yeah.
up, so, you guys wanna
Was
make?
it 14 and 15 that we pay now? I mean, I would be okay with 14 and 16.
Well, we
There's
only
only one
have two head
head.
judges, one per precinct, so
Yeah.
the majority are judges.
Right.
So I think that's probably, the 14 maybe would be the one that you would increase.
But then you have to increase the other
Do you
two.
wanna just raise it a buck on, I mean, we're only talking about one, I mean, a
3 days?
few times a year
Yeah,
for.
so 15,
mean,
16 maybe?
Just wanna go 15, 16 on it?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not out of line with where we're at, but,
Right.
but also we're probably not gonna be the last ones that'll change it here sometime in this coming
Inflation.
election season either, you know what I mean, with the way that things have changed, so,
I'd be fine with 15, 16.
yeah. What do you guys think?
I'm good with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Have we reached out to like the VFW or the Lions?
We're looking for judges.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So unless there's any other business, we'll go ahead and look for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion to adjourn from Councilman Lundin and a second from Councilman Merrill. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned.